Peace, peace, and harmony to all. I hope y'all are having a beautiful experience. This is Source Infinity tuning in. We back at it again with another DEA DNA Activational Live. I hope everyone is having a beautiful experience, like I said before. I'm hold on before I say that. So y'all could see we outside with it. It's a beautiful day out here. It feels amazing. The sun feels amazing, straight up clear skies. You feel me? So this is what we call like divine weather. That's what I just heard. It's a beautiful weather out here. So I'm glad to be recording this frequency, recording this energy, and creating this beautiful portal, this beautiful life portal of expansion for y'all, and for us, for the all, for the source and everythingness. So yeah, I actually have some bullet points that I wanted to speak about, that I've been meaning to talk about, and these are things that I feel as though are very important and that we must master as a collective in order for us to kind of like get the basic principles that we need in order to ascend, right? It's kind of like if you don't really master these things, then your understanding, understanding, overstanding is you're not gonna be able to understand, overstand. Let's say that your understanding is gonna be incomplete. So, with that being said, let's get into it. But yeah, before we say that, I'm hearing something else. This channel is for all the individuals that are interested in ascension, growth, and development. I honestly recommend everybody, everything, everything intelligent, everything that is intelligence, everything that is consciousness, everything, everyone, everybody, to tap in with these messages, because I'm speaking for us as a collective. And even when I speak about myself, I am y'all, so we are one, and so it's still the same thing. So whether you take this as a learning experience or just a beautiful like divine experience that we sharing, co-creating together, that's completely fine. It's completely up to you. Y'all can feel free to express y'all thoughts and beliefs and just comments in the comment section, whatever y'all may think about. You know, whatever y'all may birth, whatever thoughts may come to mind when hearing this message, y'all can feel free to drop those thoughts in the comment section. We are one. We are one unity. We are one family of consciousness and awareness. We are one intelligence. We are energy. We are source, and that's what I'm gonna get into today. So I'm gonna get into the bullet points, right? In order for one to fully master self, in order for you to obtain your superpowers, your super abilities, and ascend and activate your eternal light body, right? First, you have to get these facts down pack, right? And it's kind of like remembering the information, because you are information within itself. So what that means is, when you come across the facts in reality, right, something that is true is gonna like allow you to realize something, meaning like make a form of energy like ions, right, real, like realization per se. It'd be like the way that like it's being broken down in my headspace right now. It's like real, and then lies, right? Lysation, and then ion is at the end of that word. So it's basically like in a way, like making something that was already there real to you, right? Because just because you don't realize something doesn't mean that it's not true. So like when you realize it, that's your form of discovery, your form of like getting to remember that. That's why like remember, like a member is a part of something. So we already know like we are members of the source unity, of source oneness, of source and God, right? So to remember is to basically like become one with God once again, become a member of that family once again, solely by understanding it, right? So now I'm hearing a message right now that is separate from the the bullet points that I have for y'all, but it's kind of along the same lines. So I'm just gonna go into the bullet points, and we're gonna go from there. Um, we're gonna edit this video nicely for y'all, so everything is gonna be captured in a divine flow, in a divine alignment. But with that being said, right, the first bullet point is everything is energy in all dimensions, all levels of existence, right? Everything is energy. Everything that you see is what we call energy, right? Like that's the innate fabric of things. Like this realm, and specifically all the carbon matter structure in this realm, is composed of atoms, right? Atoms being energetic particles within themselves, right? Or that's what they are, energetic particles. So we are all composed of energetic particles. We are all composed of energy. Now, an attribute of energy is consciousness. Consciousness is intelligence, and so on, meaning all three are interchangeable, aka the same thing, right? So you are consciousness and you are intelligence, because once again we are extensions of the source. Like everything in existence being energy, let's say the God is the creator of energy, and it's not necessarily the creator of energy. That'd be incorrect to say. It is energy, right? So per se all energy manifested is God, but to say it in the ways in which we've been taught to think is like, oh, God is the creator of energy, right? So that creation came out of what we call the creator, right? So it's innately a part of the mind of the creator. When you know that everything, yeah, that's why I didn't want him to do last time. But when you know that everything is energy, right? And then the principle of mentalism, which that's something else that y'all should study. So the principle of mentalism states that all is the mind. So now something I was talking about in one of my TikTok videos is how everything is everything, right? So in the saying of how we say everything is energy, energy is consciousness, energy is intelligence, and then all of that is interchangeable, we can say the same thing about the mind, right? The mind, the way I describe it, is the instrument that creates reality. So with that being said, like when you understand, overstand the attributes of these different spells I just used, these different aspects of reality, or these different realities, these different levels of intelligence, or these different forms of energy, forms of we can just say definitions, descriptions of life, life being everythingness once again. So like we said before, everything is everything, right? Life is one of the per se deities that fall in that category. So you have like the deities of energy, right? And then the deities of energy are also the deities of light, the deities of sound, the deities of creation. It's like saying the God of creation, just like in what do they call that? Pantheons, right? You have like God to the sun and God to the planet. So right now I'm talking about the primordial gods of existence, right? Existence being a God within itself. So the knowledge that I'm sharing with y'all is the highest of knowledge. There is no understanding higher than this, because when you understand what I'm telling you, you're able to literally break down reality to its root, to its most like grounded level. You're able to understand, know, under, understand, overstand any aspect of reality. Like the understanding that I'm sharing with y'all in this video is, believe it or not, the greatest understanding that you can achieve ever. And this is something that is infinite. It's an infinite understanding to build upon, like the knowing of oneness. I'm talking about the law of oneness, right? I'm talking about the law of energy. I'm talking about intelligence. We talking about everythingness in the senses of everything being energy, atoms, right? Energetic particles, and then the mind, the deities of the mind, right? We are aspects of the mind itself, so we are deities of the mind. We are realities. We are deities of reality, right? Like God being the creator of reality, the God of reality, right? We are gods of our own reality. We are also the God of reality, because we are all one, and we are all versions of the same thing, extensions of the same thing, right? Different versions of the same thing. And at the same time, like, we are all just intelligence and energy. So what makes us different is our templates. What's called our morphogenetic template. Everybody has that. Everybody has a morphogenetic field, which is basically the form holding blueprint that allows you to manifest in this reality in the type of, if you want to say, body or life form, to be specific, that you're currently experiencing. But in reality, if you was in a natural universe, in a universe that wasn't tampered with, and it wasn't fallen angels creating distortions to block your understanding, then you would experience yourself as the whole cosmos, as the whole universe. You wouldn't look at yourself as just this body, this person, right? You know, like, yeah, this is just one extension, one station of identity, and you will be moving in unison with the whole cosmos that is in alignment with unison, right? That is in unison with oneness, because oneness is what we all are. So every being that knows of oneness and is on that frequency and is like intentionally aligning themselves through the power of their mind, they're choosing to create those realities as the gods of their reality, as aspects of the God of reality, right? These entities are all in alignment with the same knowing, the same understanding, and they get to experience themselves as infinity. That's why my name is Source Infinity. So, like, believe it or not, I'm actually I'm the highest level in this game. Like, there's no, I'm the one, bro, and like y'all are all the one. So I'm here to like bring back that awakening, that understanding, right? That knowing, because that's who we all are. I am you, but I am just one of God's, or one of my most primordial forms per se. So, meaning I have a very high level genetic code, which allows me to hold a larger percentage of frequency than most individuals in this realm. So, this is something that we can all achieve. Like I said, in higher dimensions, there's full-on collectives that are me, that we all embody the same knowing, like we're all the same being. So when you look at God, right, let's say God created 12 angels. Those 12 angels are still God. So God, that's still like 12 different versions of the same being per se, and let's say those angels are infinitely as powerful as God, so those angels will be gods too. So let's say a god multiplies itself into another god. This is the God of infinity, right? So let's say I really multiply. I've been infinite, so I didn't have to multiply. So it's kind of like this is what I always been. So, y'all are gonna remember whenever is when you unlock, bruh. Like it's really up to you. It's your choice. You have to keep meditating and striving to activate your DNA to the fullest potential, and that is how you will be able to reach this understanding that I am sharing with y'all today. But yeah, this is the most powerful of knowings. And with that being said, wholeness to y'all. I'm out of here. Peace. But yeah, appreciate you. Hey, gratitude for tuning in to this video. I hope that y'all have a beautiful rest of y'all day.